So, you know, I'm sure if you're listening to this, you probably watched the episode first anyway, so you know the joke is that Jay and Bob are drawing the episode. That was that we did our read through, and we were leaving, and I didn't hear it first person, but I heard from Jeff that he was standing by the elevator door, and
I was in the elevator.
In the elevator, you tell the story.
I was in the elevator after we had done the table read for this. And like you said, at the end, it becomes apparent that Jay and Bob were drawing the cartoon the whole time. And I'm in the elevator. There's sort of 4 or 5 of us in there. One of the network accountants says...
Was he the accountant? What
no,
was
he's
he?
a lawyer. He's a business affairs guy.
Jerk-off, fucking thin-mustached fucking lawyer. Go on.
But we're in there, and he very sarcastically says to whoever he's with, "Oh, I get it. Jay and Silent Bob were drawing the cartoon. Ha, ha, ha."
And at that point, we requested he never be allowed to another read, but
and
we
so
never had
the
another
joke was
read.
on us.
Oh, I hate that fucking jerk.
I love that hat.
It was sort of like in the cartoon when the NBA team leaves the elevator, and I'm standing there going, "Was he talking about us?" It was very similar. What are those?
But he was aware he was in an elevator with the cast of the show.
I was pressing the buttons
Yeah.
for the floor.
And I was standing right next to him.
It wasn't like, oh, I didn't see you there. It was like, hey, great read through. So that sucked.
He was just a fucking slimy jerk-off, like animal child rapist is what he was, and still is to this day.
Tell us what you really think.
Oh, if I could just say his fucking name.
Kevin Richardson was really funny here, doing the crazy girl voice.
Yeah.
And then the switch. We were arguing about, not arguing, but we were trying to figure out, like, is it funnier for him just to make the switch on a word, or the way he did it there, which was kind of going into the regular voice like that, which was really funny.
Let's go back to that thin mustache lawyer. Fuck, I hate that
Child
guy.
rapist, you mean?
Yes, the worst aspect of the whole show. Of everyone I hated after this thing ended. And I hated all you guys here. But I really hated that fucking lawyer the most.
I think he was radically promoted after that comment.
He was. And
like, he's like the head now or something.
And I ran into that fucking jerk-off again when I was in New York. It was such a missed opportunity. I'm such a pussy. I was in New York, staying in a hotel, and I was doing press for the show. The show was airing the next day or something, and I was up in New York doing press. And the wife was like, "Let's go down to the bar." She wanted to get a drink. We went down to the bar, and that fucking jerk off was there. And he was looking at me when he was with a party of people, and he's looking at me, and I'm fucking know he's looking at me and shit. And I'm sitting there going, I should get up and fucking say something to him. And then he comes over to me and he's like, "Hello, Kevin. All ready for the show to air?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I didn't really talk to him, and we left a minute after that, and Jen's like, "You were really curt with that guy." And I told her who he was, and she was like, "Why didn't you say something to him?" And I was like, "Because I'm a fucking pussy."
You didn't get laid that night, did you?
No. She was like, "You're so much less of a man than I even thought."
Just big props up to Brian Johnson there. And